What's a fact that could save your life? Chokingi's silent. If they're coughing, they're not actually choking. If someone goes silent and starts pointing to their neck, start the Heimlich maneuver. Carbon monoxide is odorless. Get a detector. Signs of a stroke. Fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech slurred. Time to go to the hospital. Speed of response makes the difference between sometimes walks a little funny when tired and bedbound lump. If you know old people, you need to know how to spot a stroke. If you can't find your kid in your house, don't search common places they would be. Search the most deadly places: pools, freezes, washing machines, and dryers. Seconds count, and if they are hiding under the table for an extra minute, who cares? If your kid gets kidnapped, don't teach them to say, "Help." Teach them to say something like, "Who the F are you? You're not my F dad, fire." That's gonna turn a lot more heads and get you actual help a lot quicker. You lose heat 20 times faster when wet vs being dry. Shed wet clothes if you fall through the ice. The dark spot is the way out. A fishy smell in your house could mean there's an electrical fire. If you've gone 2.5 or more days without water, and you have to choose between drinking water without any way to sanitize it or not drinking water, drink the water. If you don't, you'll definitely die soon. Most of the diseases you can get from bad water take a couple days to set in, which gives you more time to find help. If someone comes at you with a weapon and tells you to go with them, do not. Never go to the second location. Don't pour water on a grease fire, put baking soda on it instead. If you're at the beach and the water recedes suddenly, run and get to the highest ground you can find. A tsunami is on the way. If you get bit by a wild animal, get yourself to a hospital ASAP and tell them that. You don't want rabies to set in. If you get caught in a rip current, don't fight it. It won't pull you under. People die because they panic, fight it, and get tired, and then drown. Just let it take you out, and when you can, swim parallel to the shore out of the rip, and then diagonally back to shore. I live in Canada. This only applies to cold climates. They are not dead until they are warm and dead. There are many cases where somebody got stuck outside and froze, then doctor revived them. Knowing that the symptoms of a heart attack are often very different for women compared to men. Inflammable does not mean non-flammable. It means it's something that could catch in fire that you don't want to catch on fire. Tank of CO2, non-flammable. Tank of propane, flammable. Tank of oxygen, inflammable. If you live where the winter gets cold and you are traveling by car, always bring extra clothes. Have candles in the car. Try to always know where you are. Always run from a street fight. No honor in winning and deadly if you lose. Basic rule of 3, you can survive. 3 minutes without breathing asphyxiation, blood loss. 3 hours without shelter in an extreme environment exposure. 3 days without water dehydration. 3 weeks without food starvation. If it feels wrong, it probably is. Trust that gut feeling. It's there for a reason. Don't drive distracted, please, guys. Don't pull a knife or anything else out of a puncture wound. The object may very well be keeping you from bleeding out. Only a medical professional should remove something stuck in you. If you are getting chased by bees, don't try to get underwater to escape them. The bees will simply wait for you to emerge from the water. Don't mix bleach with anything but water. Trusting your gut instincts. Wool is warmer than anything that feels warm, even when wet. Just because someone rings your doorbell doesn't mean you have an obligation to answer. Getting a second or even third opinion. You know yourself better than they do. If you don't get answers, please keep looking. Please don't settle. My mom always taught me to count rows between your seat and the emergency exit. So if you can't see where you are going, you can feel where you are going. I'll never forget that. Use the prongs of your car seat headrest to break the window if your car ever becomes submerged. If a concert hall, venue, or building has an emergency or fire, don't go to the front. There are back doors, you have a better chance. I watch a lot of Mr. Ballon wearing the seat belt in a car. I was a passenger in a car that was moving at 55 miles per hour along a very winding road. The car swerved off the road and hit a tree. Wearing the seat belt saved my life. The rocks from a river absorb water. When rapidly heated, it causes the absorbed water to boil much quicker than steam can escape the rock. This buildup of steam causes the rock to explode, sending hot rock fragments everywhere. So don't use rocks from a river to make a fire pit. If you are traveling at high speeds in a car, and the cars in front of you come to a sudden stop, you can always use the shoulder to slow down if need be. I know this might seem obvious, but I didn't realize it for quite some time. Also, when getting out of the shower or tub, I think it's always good to grab onto something. Once heard about a woman who died by cracking her head on the toilet after slipping when exiting the shower. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe.